Hello, and welcome to the Thirsty Bitches podcast, where we talk about anything under the sun, from books to entertainment to self-help, and even a little spice. I'm Victoria.
I'm Kiara.
And I'm Katalyn.
And today we're here to put our tin hats on and talk about some conspiracy theories.
I should have made a tin hat.
Didn't we say that last time?
I think we did.
I think we did a year ago. Yes.
Oh my god, has it been a year? Holy crap.
Uh-huh.
It's also the first episode of season 4. Woo!
Damn. How'd we get here? What the hell?
How did we get here? It's an excellent question.
Fuck if I know.
Anyway,
Who knows?
we're here. We did it. This is also episode, what? 151?
151. We are over that hump. We are on the way to 200.
Oh, man.
Can you believe it?
No.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It was also around this time 2 years ago that we made the decision to start a podcast.
It was.
October, November, yeah.
Damn.
How time flies.
I know.
Holy shit.
Wild. Absolutely wild. But anyways, today we're going to talk about some conspiracy theories. But before we get into that, we are going to do our quenchable moments. And if you're new here, a quenchable moment is something happy or exciting that has happened to us in the past week or so that we want to share with each other and with you. And to start us off, Victoria, what was your quenchable moment?
So, as I'm sure you guys have heard me say multiple times, a really good friend of mine has, by the time this episode comes out, gotten married.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a nail tech, so I offered to do her nails for her. And we decided, just for sake of ease, that I was going to make her a pair of custom press-on nails. So I made them
Love that.
the other day. I don't know if you can see them.
No, but we
Not
can post
really.
a photo of it on the Instagram.
Yeah. I can see you holding it, but that's about it.
Let me do my influencer.
Oh, it's little gears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
So her theme was steampunk. And that's what I did.
Very nice.
Nice.
So it was a lot of fun. I had a good
If
time
you're
with
listening
them.
to this on a streaming platform, we'll post a picture of these on our Instagram.
Yeah, it will be after her wedding though.
Yes.
Yes.
So, which by the time this episode goes out.
Yes. It will be after her wedding.
So, but yeah, that's what I did the other day. It just reminded me how much fun I have making them and how much creative freedom I have. So,
Mm-hmm.
who knows? Maybe I'll open up an Etsy shop. Like, I need another thing to do.
Yeah, literally. I'm surprised you had time to do those. Your whole life is spent binding and rebinding books.
True.
As
Who
long
needs
as I'm
sleep?
having fun.
Also true. Well, they look beautiful. I also can't wait to see how you look the day of the wedding. It's coming up quick. It's exciting.
Yeah. Sure.
But they look great, and maybe I will ask you to make me some press-on nails at some point. But anyways, Katalyn, what was your quenchable moment?
My quenchable moment is that a week ago today that we're recording, so last Saturday, I went and saw the 1975. It was amazing. It was at an outdoor amphitheater, but it wasn't really even that cold, so it was wonderful. And I got to wear my outfit that I had bought for the festival next weekend, but since we're not going anymore, I at least got to wear the outfit. So, except I did wear new shoes, and I have blisters on my feet. So.
Oh no!
But it's fine because they played. Oh, what song did they play? They played a song that they haven't played in their set recently that, like, we listened to all summer. I can't remember what it was, but anyways, it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. It had been 10 years, almost 10 years to the month since we had last seen them live.
That's wild.
Actually, the day this comes out, it'll be 10 years to the day since we had last seen them.
That's wild.
So, and we saw them at like a tiny little theater. I have a picture in downtown Denver. And like, this is how close we were.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
so
you were right
tiny
there.
and close. And then like our seats weren't bad, but like we weren't nearly as close
Yeah.
as we had been. But anyways, that's my quenchable moment. Had fun
I'm
concert.
happy for you. I know how much you love them. Just fun fact,
Yeah.
side note, I was doing a like a Zoom call with Jen, Casey, Libby, Lizzie
Mm-hmm.
the other night, and we were all talking about Taylor Swift, and Libby was like, I'm not a big fan of Taylor Swift. And I was like, it's okay. Not everyone likes, we're all like different things. I'm like, I don't really listen to the 1975. Jen put me in the waiting room when I said that.
Yeah, she and I were like chatting on Snapchat back and forth like before the concert started, and then she's like, I have to wait till November till they come to Salt Lake, and I was like, I looked at my roommate, I was like, let's look up tickets, and tickets are cheap for their show, but like getting there, and it's the day before school starts back after Thanksgiving break, and we almost did it though. But
Listen, I was like, I didn't say I didn't like the band. I just don't listen to them very often. Threw me in the waiting room. Anyways,
Kiara, what is your quenchable moment?
my quenchable moment is that I started my job.
Yay!
And when this episode comes out, I will.
What are you doing there,
I will
Katalyn?
have.
Don't worry about it.
I will have started my like actual like shift. So right now I'm in the middle of training,
Mm-hmm.
and then the week that this episode comes out, I will start my real shift work. And I'll be working 6 a.m. to 2:45 in the afternoon. So
Think of all the things you can do in the afternoon, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to be in bed by 8 though if I want 8 hours of sleep.
That's fine. That's plenty of time. That's like 5 hours.
Yeah, that's still 5 hours worth of time. It wouldn't be any different if you were working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way you break it up is different. I don't know.
I get it though. I get it.
What exactly are you doing? Because you were sending snaps about what you were doing each day, and I was like, what is her job?
So I can't get into like specifics because it is a security sector. But we're
I
just
understand that.
the first couple days, this whole past week, it was like a lot of learning of like the applications we use, the systems that we have to go through, the certain way we have to say things because it's all very like scripted. And Wednesday of the first week of training, we started doing OJT, which is on-job training. So they would take us up to our floor. They put us at computers and stuff next to people who are currently working, and they've just like slowly been getting us into it. The first day it was just like, just grab an alarm, grab an active alarm. We're like, oh my god, okay. It's kind of like police dispatch, but for our company. So it's literally like an alarm goes off. We either send them a message via a social media app that we use or through radio dispatch. And so the first day I didn't grab any. The second day I finally grabbed some, and I was doing it through. We use Chime. If you guys know what Chime is, it's like Teams but like a different application. And I did it through that. But yesterday I had such a fucking good day. They had us up there the entire half day after our lunch, and they put me on the same group of buildings that I was taking over with one of my other trainees. But she did the radios the day before, and I was on Chime. And she looked at me. She was like, "Hey, I was on radios yesterday." She's like, "I'm okay taking it again if you're not ready for it." Like, because she's done something like this before. She's like, "If you want to do Chime," and I'm just like, "Listen, I don't want to do the radios. I have to do them though because I'm not going to get comfortable with it unless I do it." And I'm like, "So I'm going to take the initiative. I'm going to bite the bullet, and I'm just going to do it." I'm like, it seems slow right now, so I feel like it should be okay, like gearing into it. And I did the radios. Yay. And I did great, and I was doing so good that I was doing the radios and Chime at one point. I was just like killing the game. Everyone was like, "Kiara, you did so good," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." They're like, nice, because they all knew how nervous I was, but they were all super supportive. The whole team is like great. The time that we went up there was actually like around 1, so I got to meet the people that will be on my shift with me. Because there's a day shift, a swing shift, and then overnight, which is we call graveyard. So I got to meet a lot of people on my shift, and they were all just like, no, you're doing great. And I'm like, oh my God. So really successful Friday. I'm happy with it. I'm feeling really confident. And this next Friday we have our test, but it's like open book and everything. You have to pass a test to like continue on. As right now we're known as like candidates. But I'm feeling good. Every day we're going to do more and more time on our floor doing work. So I did have a nightmare one of the nights, the night after we learned about what we would do if there was an emergency dispatch that we had to do. So like if there was like building lockdown as a gunman or a fire or something, and like the protocols we would have to go through. I had a nightmare that I was the one that took that call, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Okay, well, just don't think about it.
You're fine. You'll be fine.
Also, I've been the guinea pig during training when it comes to like, okay, these are the scripts that you have to use for like the phone calls or the radios. Kiara, you go first. And I'm like, what? And I found out that it's because they stand behind me when I do it. And apparently the people who sit across from me are just like, oh no, they're both smiling. Both of our trainers are smiling every time you use your customer service voice. And I'm like, oh my, thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've worked on it for a very long time. Thank you. So it's been good. I'm excited to like kind of get into it. The only downside is the way the holidays fall and the way my work schedule falls. I don't like get any extra days other than like my actual days off for the holidays. So I get just the day of Thanksgiving off, and then I did just the day of Christmas off. So I have to request the day after Christmas off because I'm going home for Christmas, obviously. But other than that, I'm like, I'm literally not planning anything for next year for a minute because I overbooked myself this past year and I lost my job. So I'm not taking any chances here. I'm just gonna let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, get a little secure in yourself, and then
I'm like, listen, if we want to plan a cruise for next Christmas, I'm all in. I just need to build up that PTO. Victoria Christmas cruise.
Got it. Well, we will worry about that at another time.
Yes, but it's been really good. And yeah, I'm having a great time.
Good.
Glad for you. Finally, you're in a good spot job wise.
7 months of just anxiety, guys. 7 months. Jeez.
Yeah. So as you guys know, I've been on a health journey, and with that, I've been looking for tools and products to help me get my health back in check. One of the things I've really been focusing on is staying hydrated, and a product that's really helped me with that is Liquid IV. In just one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than with water alone. It's also come in super clutch when I'm out and about, and I realize I haven't hydrated well enough. Plus, it's super convenient to keep in my bag or in my car in case of an emergency. Right now, you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code STAYTHIRSTY at checkout. That's 20% off of anything you order when you shop for better hydration today using promo code STAYTHIRSTY at liquidiv.com. Stay thirsty, bitches. So, let's get into another type of anxiety. Conspiracy.
That's one way to put it.
Listen, depending on who you are, it's anxiety inducing. I like to look at the really stupid ones. And I also like to look through what the hot QAnon theory is for right now, so I can be like, wow, these people are so separated from
reality.
Yeah. That gives me some real joy. But then there are some that I'm like, this could actually be a thing, and that's so distressing.
Yeah.
So my question is, because Katalyn has some real ones. Some of the anxiety-inducing ones. Do we want to do anxiety and end with my silly, goofy ones? Or do we want to start silly, goofy, and then go into anxiety?
Ooh. See, I'm just intaking all of this because I didn't... Just for those of you listening, I forewarned these two. My brain has been mush this week because I've just been getting so much security information that I was not able to come up with any conspiracy theories.
I did this last night. So, and the other episode we're doing, I did at work.
God, I wish I literally don't even have time to pick up my phone. I'm like,
oh, I ignored children to do.
I'm like, I
not like that, but
I haven't checked my email all week. It's been like all
That's
day.
fine.
Let's see. I think we should start. Let's do one funny one to start, then
Okay.
get into Katalyn's, and then we'll finish it off with
Funny.
the other ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
So
let's bookend them.
I'll start with the lesser, like the shorter one that I have.
Mhm.
That the text to vote systems are all fake. So like with American Idol and all of those, how they're like
Yeah.
text such and such number and vote for this person. I think they're all fake.
You think it's all like rigged?
Yes,
Yeah.
because there is no way, shape, or form in which Zendaya did not win Dancing with the Stars the year that she was on it. If that is a legit
Damn.
system,
Victoria's
there's no way.
passionate.
Needed.
Passionate. Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
I would believe it.
There's
I'm
also
like, how are you
no
supposed
way.
to how are you supposed to acknowledge so many text to votes in
I
such
have
short
no
time?
idea. That's why I'm like, this is a scam. There's also no way that Sabrina Bryan got voted off when she did in her season. She was a
All
cheetah
I could-
girl. She
all
was
I
the
could-
dancing cheetah girl.
All I could think about is the early days of text to vote or call to vote, and it was American Idol. Like, and I'm like, how are they able to like handle that influx? And because with American Idol, it was like it was literally during the show, like during that show, so it's like such a
Yes.
short period of time. At least
Yes.
now with them, it's like you have like a longer time period, and they do like the results in the next episode or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, how does this work?
How did this change? Why does it take longer now?
Yeah.
See? You see what I'm saying here?
I
Especially
also don't
now
watch
that we
those shows,
have,
so.
well, especially now that social media is so prevalent, like you
Mhm.
can see very clearly how popular certain contestants are. And then when they like don't win or get voted off, I'm like, how? Please explain
Why?
this to me. So, because like I've been like very like balls deep in Street Woman Fighter 2, which is a Korean like dance competition
Mm-hmm.
for all female dance crews. I've been balls deep in that shit because there's a team that is like an offshoot of Royal Family, which is really big in the dance world. They did like the Sorry video for Justin Bieber. They the leader of the group choreographed Rihanna's halftime show for the Super Bowl. Like they're very well known in dance circles.
Mm-hmm.
And that the group Jam Republic that's on the show was started by one of Royal Family's like prominent dancers.
I love Royal Family.
Yeah.
I love Royal Family. I literally was watching them on TikTok last night. Are you talking about Paris?
No, yeah, Paris is the leader of Royal Family.
Royal Family.
But Kirsten is
Oh, yes.
one of her girls,
Yes,
and
yes,
she's
yes.
the leader for Jam Republic.
Yes, yes, yes.
And they were talking. They had like a short competition where they did the choreography for Hwasa's new song,
Mm-hmm.
and Jam Republic's choreography like was tearing it up all over TikTok. But then Hwasa was like, "Oh yeah, 1 million, super popular on TikTok," which they are. Like, no offense to them, but it was not as popular as the one that Jam Republic did. And so Hwasa was like, "I'm gonna go with 1 million," which everyone expected her to because 1 million's done most of her choreography anyway. I'm very big into dance. I have been always
I am too.
a huge lover of dance. I watched ABDC back when it was on MTV. Like, a whole thing.
I loved
I love
BDC.
Yeah.
I went to they would do World of Dance shows at City Walk in Universal.
Yes.
Met Twitch. R.I.P. Twitch.
Oh my god. Did you see the video that his wife made the other day
No.
doing the dance?
Mm-mm.
There was a dance that they did together forever ago that went viral, and she did it again. It was so,
I can't.
anyways. But
I
yeah.
also watched So You Think You Can Dance. Loved that show.
Yeah. But they were like, "Oh yeah, they're 1 million's like got the most popular one on TikTok." I was like, "No, you were incorrect." So, again, I question the validity of these text to vote systems, seeing how social media works.
All right.
There you go.
All right. Okay. All right. I guess I'll start with one of my 3.
Yes.
Do you want me to go in the order I have them?
Sure. Whatever makes your heart happiest.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'll do.
Okay.
All right. So 2 of them are actually theories of curses, I guess. I don't know if they're really conspiracies, but maybe.
Okay.
That's the first thing that I thought of last night. So the first is the curse of the Exorcist filming in the 1970s.
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the things that happened was that there was a fire on the set of the McNeil home from a bird flying into the circuit box. And only one room survived, which is that of Reagan, the girl who ends up being exorcised. And it
Well,
took 6 weeks to rebuild.
if you're with Summer on the birds are robots theory,
Yeah,
then
I know.
that was a hit.
That's why I included that it was a bird that flew into a circuit box and started this fire. And only one room survived.
That was a
One
planned
room?
government strike.
Exactly. Apparently there was a 10-foot demon statue that was supposed to be used in the movie, but it was lost in Hong Kong on its way to a filming location in Iraq. 9 people died during the production, including an assistant cameraman's newborn baby, a night watchman, Jack McGowan, whose character was killed by a demon-possessed Reagan. He, in real life, died of complications from the flu.
Oh, man.
There were also a shit ton of injuries, including a crew member who lost his toe, a carpenter who chopped off his thumb, Linda Blair, who played Reagan, fractured her lower back while convulsing in a harness, leading to a lifelong struggle with scoliosis. And based on what I read, that scene where she actually got that injury was the one used in the movie. But her screams of help were mirrored the script, so no one realized she'd actually hurt herself.
Can I just say, I thought when you were saying Reagan, you meant fucking Ronald Reagan.
No! The girl's name is Reagan.
I've never seen the movie, and I have been talking about Reagan and his bullshit for the last week with other people, so I just said fucking Ronald Reagan.
No.
Listen,
I mean,
it would
Reagan
only
wasn't
be
accurate
funny.
this time, but
It would only be funny if, to me at least, because there's one other movie that has a bunch of curses linked to it, and it's Poltergeist, made around the same time. This movie was The Exorcist was made in Georgetown. Poltergeist was filmed in Simi Valley. And Simi Valley is also known for its Ronald Reagan Presidential Library.
I knew one of them was filmed in Simi. I couldn't remember
It was
which
Poltergeist,
one.
yeah.
I had a 50-50 shot. I just know
there's a lot that has a ton of people died on that during that one too, and there's tons of curses.
I also have seen The Exorcist and liked it. So,
but
those who worked on the film are split on if it was cursed or not. It took over a year to film, so people are gonna get hurt and people die. But there was a guy named Father Thomas Birmingham who was a consultant on the film for how the exorcism was supposed to go. He blessed everyone. He didn't want to raise anxiety, but he's like, I'm just gonna bless y'all and the set. So and there was some just in case. There's some reasons why people think it might be quote unquote cursed. Unethical directing. Friedkin, I don't know his first name, had a reputation for being manic, for his manic and irrational demeanor. He's known to fire guns, hit actors, all kinds of stuff to get a real jump of fright from them, similar to the filming of The Shining, where Spielberg who did that? I don't remember. Would do something similar. Yeah. He was incredibly intense and would do anything to get the take he wanted. So he made the set very stressful, which...
Was this a white man?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
It's the 70s, Victoria.
Okay, yeah, it was a white man.
Early 70s. And then there's also a mass hysteria around the film from the public. There were no trigger warnings, so there were reports of viewers fainting and throwing up in the theaters. And people had never seen a movie like this, which even... I mean, today it's kind of cringy, but there's still some scare aspects.
Just a side note, The Shining it's Stanley Kubrick.
Thank you. I was I couldn't remember which one.
I was gonna say, if you've ever seen Rap Battles of History, that's his line in that rap, the director rap. That one's a really good one. If you've never seen it, that one's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Kubrick was just as the guy who, or the girl who played the wife, like was in a mental mess after that movie. But anyways, for The Exorcist, everyone in the world was talking about it, from the Academy to the Catholic Church, which brought more publicity to the film, but also attention to the disasters on set, which might have otherwise been overlooked as a coincidence. So
My nan took my mom to see this movie in theaters.
mm-hmm.
And what year did this come out? 1970 what?
3 or 4.
Okay, mom was like 8 or 9 when she saw it.
My mom was.
Mom didn't know what she was. My nan didn't realize what she was doing.
Yeah.
So
fair.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I don't ever plan on seeing it. I'm not like a horror movie person.
I want to go see the sequel that just came out. So
I think my nan, devout Catholic woman, was like, "Oh, The Exorcist. This is not going to be bad.
This is not like Passions of the Christ."
So sorry.
Different vibe.
Nan.
Oh, that's amazing.
Took her child.
And terrible at the same time.
Yes.
Poor Nan.
Sorry, Nan.
All right. So that's the first one. And there's a bunch of other films that have curses supposedly behind them. You said the Poltergeist.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of stuff. Okay, the next one I have that I've heard about is James Dean's cursed Porsche.
And fun fact, James Dean is from Ojai, which is like an hour away from where I grew up. So he's from my area.
Mm-hmm. So he was known as an actor and a racing driver, but he was in Rebel Without a Cause. That's the one movie I've seen with him in it. But he was really only in like 3 movies. Mm-hmm. Because on September 30th, 1955, he got in a car accident with his Porsche 550 Spider, known as Little Bastard. And he was killed instantly in the crash. Mm-hmm. I forget what road it was on. They listed it, and I was like, unimportant. It was like Route 40, 41 or something like that. Okay. So a week before the accident, James met with Alec Guinness, who was an actor, who said he had an ominous feeling when seeing the car and said it looked sinister, and told James that if he got into it, he would be found dead in it by that time the next week. Initially, the Porsche was to be towed to the race event that they were going to, but was convinced by his mechanic to drive it, which there was a passenger with Dean in the car.
It was the junction of Highway 46 and Highway 41 in San Luis Obisco.
There we go. I was right with 41.
Mm-hmm.
So before the crash, James got pulled over for speeding. And further down the road at the junction that Kiara just said, he got hit by another car. His passenger was ejected, and it didn't say if he survived or not. But James Dean was killed instantly. Even though the car was a total loss, it was sold to Dr. William Esrick, who then stripped it for parts. The engine was put into his own Lotus 9 race car, which crashed at the 1956 Pomona Sports Races. He survived. The transmission and suspension parts were loaned to Troy McHenry, who also raced and was in the same race. The car he put them in would crash into a tree at the same race that Esrick crashed at, but McHenry died. The car was then bought by George Barris and was kind of went on like a tour of sorts of like the infamous James Dean Porsche 550 Spider. Yeah. Kind of fucked up. And after doing that for a couple years, it went into storage where it caught fire. But the only thing that happened was like the tires melted. So like there was no real damage, and none of the other cars there caught fire. Barris then sold the pair of tires that didn't melt, which supposedly blew at the same time, causing the new owner to go off the road.
Jesus.
It said that while on display in Sacramento, it fell and broke the hip of a bystander. It fell and killed George Barkis, the driver who transported it to the Road Safety Expo. And in 1960, it was in a sealed box car going from Miami to LA, and it disappeared and has yet to be found.
Good.
Need to be found.
Jeez.
Let's just remember that this right here, all of this happened in a 5-year time span.
Yeah, 5 years.
Between James D.
fucking
dying
God.
and it going missing. 5 years.
Somebody call Evie and
1955,
Rick because this shit is cursed.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
cursed.
forget where I saw the first story about it. But yeah,
Damn.
so apparently. But yeah, it has yet to be found. And in 2005, $1 million reward was set for information on where it is.
Nah, somebody
Who
found that bitch
knows?
and set that thing on fire. It was like
Mhm.
nobody's
It
ever
caught
touching
fire
that thing.
once and nothing happened.
Okay, well then somebody buried that shit.
No, someone like tossed it in like a very deep lake or the
Yeah,
ocean
or
and
threw
was
it
like,
into a
Yeah.
lake.
sink.
Just yeeted it off of a cliff.
Yeah.
Like, bye.
So,
Thanks. Don't ever come back.
again, I don't know if those qualify as conspiracies, but here we are.
I'm saying yes.
Okay.
I also say yes.
Cool. My computer just freaked out and now won't scroll down. Hold on. What is happening? Okay. I'll just
Well,
get
you're
on
still
it on my phone.
Conspiracy
recording.
theory.
Yeah. No, I know, but I wanted to scroll down.
The curse of the porch is now affecting your computer.
Yes.
It better fucking not. This is a new computer.
You talked about it and now it's like, oh, you want to have fun?
It's like, oh, you want to talk curses? Here. I don't know. Okay. I can get it on my phone. It's fine. All right. The last one I have. Kiara, you'll appreciate this one.
Yes.
It is the false history conspiracy theory.
I have one. Marie Antoinette never said let them eat cake. She never
But that's
said
fact.
it.
She never said
People still think she did. And I'm like, it's just in a
I
fucking
know, 'cause
movie. It's not real.
It's a good story. Anyways, this is not about Marie Antoinette and the French.
No.
It is the claim that the dates of historical events have been deliberately distorted, including the phantom time hypothesis of Hubert Illig, published in 1991, who states that 297 years have been added to the calendar by establishing figures in order to position themselves at the have their reign start at the start of the millennium.
What?
Listen, it's fucking weird, dude.
What?
So this one specifically. So the article I found was published in 2017, and according to this person,
I'm sorry.
I'm not even gonna call
I'm
him.
not even. The stupid thing is, I'm not even laughing at what you're saying. The way I said "what" made me think of that stupid vine. What?
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 Anyway, so apparently,
Listen, all I'm saying is that there's a lot of people out there that think that historians are changing historical facts.
Mhm.
And this is one of them.
Yes. So Mr. Illig claims that the year 2017 was actually 1720. He claims that
What?
Charlemagne never existed and that 297 years of history were made up. The Georgian calendar is a lie and part of the Middle Ages was made up. He claims that Pope Sylvester II, Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, and Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII got together and changed the calendar to make it seem like Otto III began ruling in 1000 AD rather than 996, as 1000 started more meaningful. He also claims that the trio altered documents and created fake historical events and people to back themselves up. Charlemagne was not a real ruler, but was along the lines of a King Arthur-like legend. He claims that an inadequate system of dating medieval artifacts and an over-reliance on written history is to blame because apparently the years 614 to 911 were incredibly dull. But before 614 and after 911 were filled with all kinds of things.
That they think because the timing was dull and there was no wars or anything happening for almost 300 years,
It was all made up.
that it was all fake.
That's like the
Yes.
people who think
Got
that
it.
Iowa isn't a real state.
Yeah. So
You know what? I wish it wasn't. I drove through it and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
So there, along these same lines, there's also the new chronology theory from Anatoly Forensko, who claims that history is many centuries shorter than is believed, and that numerous historical documents have been fabricated and legitimate documents destroyed for political ends.
Okay, people really need to stop.
I found that one and I was like, oh, Kira's gonna get a kick out of this.
Oh my god. Everyone think, especially people who like, God, the amount of people I've met here in the US who believe that so many things have been changed for political
Yeah.
gain. I'm like, you're an
I just
idiot.
want to clarify, I do not believe this conspiracy theory. I thought it was just a fun one to share.
We do not believe, we do not subscribe, we are
Charlemagne was
against.
real. Charlemagne was
That
real.
JFK
The
is
year
gonna
is
rise from
2023.
like
Six-
JFK is gonna rise from the dead like Jesus Christ.
It's been too long. Too long for that.
6/14 to 9/11, they were real. They happened.
Things happened.
Let the dull
Just
people stay dull. Let them
just because
enjoy
there
their.
wasn't major wars, it's fine.
Listen, I would love to live in a time where we go 300 years with nothing major happening. That would be fucking amazing.
Oh
I
my
would like to
God,
go
I
a
would love
year
to
at this
just go.
point.
I was gonna say I'd sell myself
A
for a
month?
week.
A week.
Just like something, please, God.
Good
So,
fucking God.
anyways, I'll make sure to include links of where I got all the information for all three of those. But anyways,
Can't.
Okay, well now here's my last little silly goofy one. Coming off the back of that one, I think you'll appreciate this even more. Celebrity baby names are fake.
Oh, 100%.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They have
She
to
did
be.
not name her kid Malibu Barbie.
No, Trisha Paytas
Who?
100% named her daughter Malibu Barbie.
No,
Like,
I don't
She
want to
100%
believe
did.
it.
let's be real about who she is as a person. But like Beyonce, for instance, is her name really Blue Ivy? Is it?
I don't
Are
know,
you
but
sure?
seeing that girl's confidence just like bloom
yeah,
on that
progress.
stage, ugh, she killed it.
Yeah, she has gotten really good. I'm not a Beyonce fan like that, but I do really appreciate seeing the concerts. Although I have seen some serious instances of some black rage during the mute challenge. Ooh, I thought somebody was gonna get into a fight in one of them.
Wait, what?
The mute challenge. So there's
Yes.
where she goes look
On
around,
mute.
everybody go mute,
And
you're
the crowd is supposed to go mute.
yeah. But there was
Europe
one.
did not get that
Okay,
memo.
but to be fair, they were the first leg of the tour, and it took a second for everyone to realize that was the intention behind it.
The US knows what to do.
But I think she was in Houston, which was a big deal because Houston is where she's from. So that was a big concert. And they did like a bunch of special stuff. And everyone there was like, okay, we got to be serious. I know that this has nothing to do with conspiracy theories. I just want to talk about this for a second. But everyone was like, we got to be serious. We got to do it right because she's from Houston. And so they did the mute challenge. They did really good. But there are many, many angles of this one girl like yelling, not even accidentally, yelling on purpose. And you can just see everyone around her just preparing to like lay into her ass. And I'm like, oh, she's lucky she made it out of that shit alive. Because she was obnoxious. People were so
Oh no.
Yeah, it was not good. Anyways, but yeah, I just feel like some celebrity names are purposefully goofy to distract us from the fact that it's not their real legal names, so that way they can keep their legal names hidden, which I respect because privacy. So that's my other little silly goofy one. I think I said this at the top of the episode. I really like to look at idiotic QAnon theories, like
Oh
JFK
no.
coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
Or that JFK Jr. faked his death. What's another good one? There are a lot of Christian-based ones, which makes sense.
Donald Trump is the second coming of Christ.
That one's a good one. Or that he's gonna work with the resurrected JFK or JFK Jr. I was like, y'all do realize that he was a Democrat, right?
Opposite parties.
I mean, I know he
Fake news. No,
I know
not
he
true.
would be considered more like midline at this point in time.
Yeah.
He was a Democrat. So
yeah.
But yeah, theories, fun times. People saying shit are fake. Things that didn't happen did happen. Let us know if you guys have any fun or interesting conspiracy theories, especially if they're goofy ones. I love to see goofy ones because they're just like so deeply unserious and so inconsequential.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't make you scared. So,
Mine
anyways.
weren't scary.
No, yours weren't. The Porsche one was a little.
The first one was a little scary.
Porsche
That's
was
a little scary.
That one can stay lost.
Yeah, for sure. Nobody needs to be
Mhm.
hunting that down. Anyways,
No.
like I said, let us know if you guys have any theories. You can hit us up on Instagram, TikTok. We also have a Discord server, or you can even email us at tbp.staythirsty@gmail.com. All of our information for our socials is in our description box. But for now, Kiara, will you take us out with an affirmation?
I will. So today's affirmation is I handle times of transition with ease. I love the fall season and embrace everything it has to offer.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Aw. We should just like progressively get more chaotic with it.
Uh-huh.
It's just
Really
gonna
good.
get more and more unhinged.
I mean, why not? Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Make sure to tune in on Tasty Tuesdays and Thirsty Thursdays for all new episodes. Be sure to subscribe and follow our socials listed in the description. Make sure you like, rate, and leave a review for the podcast to help boost us across platforms. Have a lovely day, and remember, stay thirsty, bitches.
Season 4. Woo, 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 woo.